You're in tune to the Ugly Truth Podcast.
Good night to everyone. All protocols that you have taken. Tonight, we have an interesting town meeting at the Clifton Towers. The town meeting is to partner with the police and help developing our community to move forward. In light of that, I'm asking that we come forward with our questions and with solutions that we can develop this area into a beautiful area.
The Ugly Truth.
Good evening, ACP Northwest, Mr. Edwards, all other officers and members of the Clifton Towers and Environs community. I am Ms. Samantha Griffiths, attached to the Trans-Tobago Police Service Victim and Witness Support Unit. And this evening, I just wanted to share a bit about some of the services the unit offers to persons affected by crime. So some of our services include counseling, persons affected by crime. We do community walkabouts. We attend court with persons, and we also do referrals to other social agencies such as the Ministry of Social Development. The Victim and Witness Support Unit is a civilian unit. However, our officers are housed at police stations throughout Trans-Tobago. So as the chairperson would have said, I am based at the Besson Street Police Station. Our unit seeks to support and empower persons affected by criminal activity. So if anyone are affected by crime, be it a child, male, female, anyone affected by crime, please come to us. As I close, I would like to encourage members of the community, especially this community, to speak about injustices or victimization they may face. We cannot do this alone. We cannot continue to sit by and watch crime affect our communities and do nothing. We know that especially in these communities, various realities affect us coming forward. However, just like David faced Goliath, we need to face the Goliath of crime. So I'm asking persons to come forward. I see members of the community are around. So let's work together with the police service and by extension, the Victim and Witness Support Unit in addressing crime. Thank you.
The Ugly Truth.
I must say welcome to each one of you all here this afternoon and thanking you all for coming. We are here as officers for a specific purpose, to meet members of the community, for the community to, as you may find it strange, to appraise us as police officers. We are police officers working in this district and community. And there may be something that we are doing right, as well as there may be something that we are doing that may not please you all. We are hoping that you all will come forward, give us your opinion, and we will do our best to change what is not pleasing to you all. I know at times that you all may have issues, and at times you may have issues even with officers within the community. I'm a direct representative of the Commissioner of Police, and whatever you say this evening will be feedback to him. Our Commissioner of Police gave us certain mandates, and one of the mandates is to partner with the community to make this place a safe place. And this is one of the activities that we are doing to ensure that this place, this community, and by extension Trinidad and Tobago, is a safe place. I don't want to talk all evening. This evening belongs to you all, and you all can raise whatever issues that you all have, and we will do our best to treat with you. I will be here as I said, the direct representative of the Commissioner, and I will listen to all issues and make a note of them, and if I can address them now, I will. If I can't, I'll get back to you on them. So ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, I will take my seat and open the floor to you all. Thanks very much.
The Ugly Truth.
The police person, they would not give you the time of the day. Some police, if you just miss out the seriously, can even Monday, Tuesday, here up and down, I have a bar in the front. He greeting you, he meeting you. These young police and them, they're not even, everybody around here is criminals. You understand? They're not over your passing, tell people good day, good evening. Yes, we have crime going on here. But if all you continue to treat people like how all you treating people, the crime over there, nobody go want to talk to you. Or they're coming around here, these young boys, I could swear, these young boys and them, I coming home with heavy bags, they helping you. They're stopping from up there, they're shooting down here, innocent children getting blamed. I went too much of funerals, boy. I went too much of funerals. I don't see what they need to you know, they just come after. But I'm telling all you, I went too much of funerals. You understand? 2 weeks ago, week before, whatever, we had a young man get killed in St. James there. What this for? We don't feed it to them until they reach home. Yeah, chicken. We don't feed it until they reach home. Or they do something like big, you know. I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. I might look for them, but I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. And I don't want to see none of my family. Not that way. Or you do something now, you know they come around here. It's not everybody's criminal. Oh God, we defend them, he said, because if them stopping up there and shooting down at we. All you want is innocent trying to try and play here. It's all about Isaiah. They try and play here in the yard, they come and they shoot up. Who the whole Isaiah that? This is why all they have these empty seats here. This is why all they have these empty seats here. All they get all they have together. Because they're talking about crime rate going down. No crime rate going down as far as I know.
The ugly truth.
What I think has always kind of helped me in terms of staying some of the natural stigma and negativity we know that is associated with the area is, you know, being able to look for opportunities like a volunteer and that sort of thing. I guess that is something that might be natural to most persons in the area, especially if they're directly impacted by crime. But you know, I think that is something that might, you know, be able to help in that sense is really ensuring that we have opportunities for the criminal pipeline, so to speak. For that supply chain to be cut off very early on. So, you know, just by having different opportunities for volunteerism and for mentorship, so to speak, I think would have a serious impact in terms of that supply chain. So, for me, it would be very nice to hear what sort of plans, you know, that we will have in that sense, because I know that that's something even persons who, you know, might be involved or might be impacted by it, they really wouldn't want to see their children involved. And also, if we could really have that focus on the youths then, so to speak, I think that's where we would be able to rally a lot more community support and involvement.
The ugly truth.
The persons who asked the question, and first of all, the lady who mentioned in terms of persons losing their life, I must admit that we in the police service do share your pain, and we share the pain of the community. We certainly do not want anyone to get killed, and more so in the manner in which persons are being killed today. So we do share your pain. But one thing I need to say though is the fact that the police service, and the gentleman, the last person who asked this question, referred to the commission. Our commission of police have put in place a number of programs geared towards the youth and geared towards the persons in community. One primary one is the police youth club. Everyone knows that that's his pet baby. And the police youth club is established all over Trinidad and Tobago, and this area is no exception. And we often employ and urge the young people to be part of the youth club. And once you become part of the youth club, there are lots of benefits that are available to you. For example, now it's the summertime. Person goes out on camp and being exposed to training and other types of activities, even visiting various areas within Trinidad and Tobago, which normally you would not go. So yes, we have a number of programs. Police Youth Club is one. We have the community police officers who go out in the area and meet with the young people and meet with people in general and try to have a good community relationship with them. In fact, Our sergeant here today, he is the person in charge of the community police in this particular area. So we have a lot of activities geared towards the youth and geared towards people in the community. But again, I quite agree we can do more and we can do even better. Because as you all refer to the fact that the empty chairs is evidence of something not working, I wouldn't want to say it's not working in totality. What I would want to say is that we can do more to engage the community and to ensure that we build a better rapport between the person in this particular area and other areas within Trinidad and Tobago. And certainly we will do that. There is no doubt in my mind that at the end of this event tonight, I will reiterate the senior officers in this division, and I will pass on certain instructions to them. I will also meet with the commissioner tomorrow, and I will explain to him what is taking place in this particular community. As far as our officers are concerned, where, and the lady referred to that, the fact that they are not meeting or treating with person in the community in terms of the fact that they pass them straight and not even assisting. This is one thing we will take a serious look at, because, ladies and gentlemen, we have in place customer service program within the police service. And that program in itself teach our officers how to deal with persons in the community and persons in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm rather surprised to see that still taking place. It goes to show that we in the senior position in the police service need to do more to get our officers understand how to treat with persons in community. In terms of, and also the lady referred to greeting, the way our police officers greet them. So I think similar activity, we will do more to ensure that that is better done. In terms of programs, again, I cannot stress more with the police club. It's an important activity throughout Trinidad and Tobago for us to address some of the issues and the ills in society. If we can assist the young ones and get them grow up in a particular manner, I'm certain we could save Trinidad and Tobago. It's not insurmountable, and I know that our Commissioner of Police will and has been supporting this event, and there's no doubt it will continue until we make this place a safe place for all to live. Thank you.
The ugly truth.
We do have a police club around here. We had a police club, we don't have a police club. But I'm going to get to the shooting. You can't take up in the community center. About 2 years ago, we did something to the Easter with the police and there. Once that police support there, we could go in you could go up in the complex. You can't go on the complex and have nothing falling on there.
The ugly truth.
I'm just here to say that I am grieving because my son was killed in St. James on the 19th, which was Labor Day. And my son belongs to this area here, a well-loved young man, 26 years old. His life was just snuffed out, and my son was not in any criminal activity or anything like that. We need something to be done about this criminal activity and this other crime that is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. We are totally fed up.
The ugly truth.
I am a member of the community too, right, like everybody else. Name Sadlu, George Sadlu, right? The contribution I like to make too, it's not just about police and the community and interaction, and we have this little nice cottage meeting here tonight, and then tomorrow everything went flat again. You understand? It's about actually having an impact in the community. Anybody in this community will let you know that the quarry right there was a hub activity. When it's cricket season. We are the best of the cricketers coming out to play cricket. We are the best of the footballers coming out to play football. That Super 10 basketball. The community was the community. Now, even as these problems that we have now developing, the police, it's all good to talk about working with the community. Now, these guys in khaki here, they would work with the community and would come and really had nice accolades and everything. But the actual men on the ground, plenty of the community have problems with them, not just in as much as working with them, but working with them, you're having problems because it's a them and we attitude. Like most of the community feel. I talk in real. Right? So when a bunch of police on a jeep pull up on probably 4 or 5 youth men just leaving around a corner, when the first question you get in from the officers is, when the last time you went to court? You wouldn't be comfortable with that. So working with the police means the police are going to work with us. It's not that them and we thing where I the overseer and you gotta do what I say because I be the problems that's come up. So some of the officers, more or less, it wouldn't be the khaki men, the guys in the ordinary blue suits, who is actually be on the ground, they designate their own power in some cases. And that is where it's caused the problems with the community. So now, things like with football, if you really get a relationship right at 50-50, the community and the police could now work together to bring back the football. You got team registering, you got police security, but you can't get that kind of cooperation if you have a certain group of individuals within the police service, because I'm not like broad brushing what police has bad or anything. But I think we need to do more in talking to the actual officers on the ground who is actually interact with the community about their behavior and deportment. Because somebody, the first thing, I mean, you deal with people here who need help too in a lot of areas. So if you come to me aggressive, you go get aggression. You understand? So sometimes the community, I say that members of the community, I am all for that for them, I live in the community, as far as attitudes. But if you have illiterate backward attitude from on this side, and then the system that provides the leadership is now showing that same kind of aggression, all you have is sparks. Every day you have the rubbish in the road, because it's who bigger than who now, and who better than who. So we are the gun, we'll kill you all if only we myself. It's more confrontational. So now I know the senior men here, when we come tonight, we'll talk about the community and what it had and what it should have and what it used to have. But I think you people to talk to your people on your side and so listen. Even if you're going to a man, even if you have to approach 4 young men on a block, you have to have a kind of mental way of dealing with it. So you call them and ask them, probably, why are you not doing the school at 16? You know, I mean, your life could be better, you know, I mean, staying around here, you might just say, go to the police and you might just get searched, you might just get embarrassed. Why you don't try to find a way out? But instead, what we get is, hey, you, come, open the wall, thing, we are the. So, even the youth, they feel the aggression and they respond. So then, it's about, I up in the poker game and you up in to see my hand. And if you have more confrontation, so for about 5 years, going to 10, you don't have football competition. In an area like this, that you still have the community together. You will more on the field, and when the game done, everybody will sit out here and drink beers. I beat your side, this player better than that player, and we have arguments. This is how the World Cup going on now. It's gone from the community because they have a gap. To the police, in as much as we need them, sometimes we don't need somebody attitudes of somebody officers. I can't broadcast the police. You understand what I'm saying, sir? Right? You have officers who have good intentions, but then you in an administrative level, you will only designate. I want to only do this and only do that. But a guy in a blue suit with no stripes think that he is now the commissioner and he wants to stress you out. I mean, I just reflecting the sentiments of somebody's community. So it's not just about the police and the community at work. Because if a man comes and asks me when the last time I went to court, why should I tell him when the man had the gun? You know, you have respect for me. And we as people understand that too. What we do is we put people in brackets. Well, we the police, we have this authority. Then we like, okay, they just the serves. And then there's the problem. You have to know as the officer that, listen, you have to understand that you need to reach the people more internal than external. So as you come with force and your galil is your power, you have problems. Because remember that people in the community who are guns too. I mean, let me be real. I'm not saying I know, you know, but it's happening. So I know what I say is, I want to work with the police, the community want to work with the police. But the basic officer coming on the jeep, on the rounds, he designates him own self more power than you guys give with the pips on your shoulder. Because remember, you go back tomorrow and say, listen, I want to have a task force to do this and interact with these people. But the guy coming to do that, he feel he's the commissioner. And every problem comes. So I think that before you send these guys out on the street, I would say, sit down with them and let them know that look, we need to change our community. We got to work for them. It's not a slave overseer kind of attitude. I believe problem that's come. Yeah, you can understand what I'm saying, right? So this is why we bring the concerns from the inside. Because the youth wouldn't come here and stand up on this mic and say to you people, I tell the community, I actually, if I have nobody wrong here who had lost somebody in the family. Everybody who's on the outside here lost a cousin, a nephew, a friend, a son, a godson, a grandson. Everybody who's saying now here, they might want to come here and express their feelings. But everybody here lost somebody at some time. And we can't compound that now. The people are supposed to help us, the police. When the average officer come and he come in with that kind of attitude. I'm not saying it's all of them. Some of them come negative and it turns people off. So what I beg any officers to do is try to get it into the lower level. Fellas, you work for a community, let me try to help these people positively. Even if you know someone you ignore, you have to tolerate it. That's part of the job, what I sign on for. You know that you can't talk in stupidness, you know, but you're just showing them, listen, you have choices. You make the wrong choice, this is going to happen to you. You make the right choice, this is going to happen to you. It's up to you to make the choice. So if you want to be in this group, and the pressure that comes with that group means that the police will get down here at 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't know what, if I choose to be living this life, I would have expect a visit at 2 in the morning. If I expect to live this life, this won't happen to me. So the choice is up to the youth. Okay, so all I want to say is, help us to help you.
The ugly truth.
Police come in the area right through, harassing the fellas on them. Right now the fellas on them, you can say they're frustrated. They don't know what they're walking around every minute, the police walking up on them, this and that. How you expect the fellas on them to be friends with the police? The fellas on them can never be friends with the police, or the police come in to interact with them. So the fellas and the police will never be friends. The way how the police come in to interact with the fellas on them when they meet them is not Clifton. They need to see how better you can train the officers when they come in to what the fellas and them, how they approaching the fellas and them. But it's right train happening because every time they keep on tongue meeting, nothing that really come outside. It'll be the same old because they're telling about 2 tongue meeting here, nothing never come outside. The kind of since it's telling about 3 tongue meeting, you see me been in mangroves, up Zimbabwe, you know, they've come all the tongue meetings and but I doesn't really voice my opinion. But here in my area, I come to voice my opinion. But we really need to work together with the police and the residents of the area, work together and build a better relationship with the police and the citizens of the area. Because wrong here was never so, when they backdated to now, wrong here in a mess. Look, I wanted to do some summer camp and take the children in the complex. Everybody said they're not sending the children day in the complex. Why the reason why? Where's the reason why they want to send the children and everybody's still going there? Where's the reason why they don't want to send the children there? People are afraid for their life.
The ugly truth.
And I must admit, we share your pain. We don't like murders. We don't like people getting killed. But a particular lady said that her son got killed in St. James. I want to advise her that we are investigating all murders. There is no murder that is closed. So we have what is called a cold case team in the Homicide Bureau of Investigation. And no matter how old that murder is, we will investigate it. And at some point in time, try to solve it. So I'm almost certain that that is being done. And it's an area I know quite well because I worked there for quite some time. As regard to the fact that person not going to camps and all these things, one of the things you all can do, you can inform the police officer or the senior officers here in the division, and we could provide you all with security to ensure that the camps come on. because we want the children and the young person to intermingle, grow up in such a way that they can do what is right for themselves and for the community. So there's no doubt in my mind that we can provide additional security for the young ones. And the gentleman referred to Ms. Hutch Griffith, who is incidentally the senior superintendent in this particular area. He can feel comfortable approaching her, and I'm aware that she will provide security for the young ones in whatever summer camp that you all have in the area. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll ask Ms. Griffith to even give that assurance to you.
Thank you, Deputy Commissioner. Good evening, everyone. Well, of course, you all know that on Wednesday I am representing my communities in Port of Spain. The thing about the area, I missed the earlier speakers, but I know the consensus is that this area, they've been suffering from police issues as it relates to partnering with the members of the community. I know I have been here for a little over a year, or almost, while I've been here. And the area people in this area, in this community, we have had to come in here a number of times for a number of reasons. But I felt that the reason that we came in here was to ensure that some of the people who needed our services, I felt, and I'm surprised because I know that we normally do well with this area in terms of the police and the people of this area. So the persons who have issues with the police legitimacy as it relates to how we interact with you, sometimes you all will agree that some members of your community really are aggressive. And we have a use of, I always talk about our use of force continuum. And I tell you, if we meet force, we know how to deal with it. And I'm choosing my words simply because, let me tell you, any change that anybody wants to see has to start from themselves, waiting. We can't come across here and bring youth camps, summer camps and youth groups and all kinds of community interactions to change you. This is your community. You have to appreciate your community. You have to, somehow in these, I use it at-risk areas, we have deemed these areas hotspots. What is a hotspot? Why are we living in a hotspot? Why Riverside Plaza in a hotspot? You ask yourself them questions. That way you ask yourself, why am I living in a hotspot? So you don't wait for us to come here to ask the question. You sit down among yourselves, sit down with yourselves, even in your homes, and you ask the question. Because as the gentleman said when I came in here, there are people here who are breaking the law. I won't repeat what you said, but there are people here who are lawbreakers, and where are they living? Let's see them. Then how can we protect you, offer ourselves to you in a kind, hello kind of behavior when you have people who just don't want the police to be around you or amongst you, I'm telling you that, and we have to stop asking the police to do so much. I think we have to ask ourselves to do some more. We have to ask ourselves, look at these little children, look at these children here. Look at these little children. They need to see the right example. From me? From any one of us here? No, in the home. Mommy, daddy, sister. Oh, come on. Don't let us hand you those things. You do those things. And I am concerned for my communities. I am very concerned. And the reason I am concerned is because almost every day we are picking up these amount of bodies. And here it is, someone is saying that everyone here lost a loved one. Somebody here, everybody here could attest a story about losing a loved one. So how much loved one will I have to lose to realize you do something about it? You know, I'm very passionate about these things because I value life. And I had to ask the question, you know, like who or does anybody else value life? You know, and these are questions we have to ask ourselves. I don't come in here every day of a meeting for you to ask that question. There's a key question you have to ask yourself. Now, Shaquille, let me tell you something. If you want to make a marked difference in your community, start going from house to house, apartment to apartment, up all of them step and thing, and talk to the people. Advise them on the value of life. Advise them on being valuable contributors to the progress of the country. When you go to other countries, you're getting step, you know. You're getting step. You do what you have to do there. But when you're here, you want to abuse your own privileges. Shaquille, I know you have a voice. I really, really see you as an up-and-coming beam or star in your community. And I want you to be a positive beam. I want you to be that positive, that beam of positive change. So that we don't have to come in here, let it come to us. And invite us to something here. That's what we want. Let me flip it. We don't come on here and live our own life. Look at the nice apartment, look at the nice view, look at the location right near the town. I always talk about how I have to commute for 2 hours to reach in town. You just walking in town and you telling me you'll have borders and man can cross road and man can go and have a nice little meal somewhere, man can go cinema. What is that? Better than that, my people. Better than that. I don't have the names of the persons who contributed, besides because I know Shaquille, but the other persons, we are willing to partner. We are willing. But it takes two. We and you all. But the bulk of it is you all. Okay? We have other people to police now. You know, I was talking to the minister today about Governmental and East Port of Spain. And the question is, what about the other people who need subsidy people? When all of us, our resources are focused on one area, on one set of people. My people, I ask you, look inwardly and let us make a difference. Please, I am asking you. I don't want to leave Port of Spain either by promotion or by transfer. And I didn't make a difference in town. You hurt me to leave town. I used to be, I from South. I used to be hearing what's happening in these areas. I used to be so concerned. And oh my. And now here I am amongst you all. And I have to make a difference. I am not leaving town till this culture change.
The ugly truth.
We speak about the children. And I know that if you strengthen children, is less problem you will have overall. It's harder to mend broken men. It's harder. But we could prevent it. If we prevent it by dealing with the children, we wouldn't lose all. We wouldn't lose all. We have to gain. And don't talk about the parents. We already know that it's children that having children. So it's parents that can really have better sense. So it's the state to do something, to put things in place so the children to be safe. You can't worry about the home, and you don't know the home book. The home book, since 83, you all saying that bad parenting, and nothing fixing. And then we having a set of criminal legends who come in and say they know this, and they know this, and they do this, and they do this. And 10 years ago, the murder rate keep going up. But you know, everything stays the same, worse it is. So it means you don't know, you cannot interact intellectually and not deal with the person on the ground. You have to tweak what you know and what we know. You have to tweak it so something good could come. You can't come saying, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and put out money on different things that is happening. I hope you're listening now. Together, working together is not that you in charge and I walking with the chains. No. It means you have to listen to and you have to interact our ideas so things can happen. And
The Ugly Truth.
It is not because of the police alone why people didn't come here. People didn't come here because they're afraid that they will be made informants. What stupidness is that? Everybody knows what happens with the gang. You don't have to be an informant. You see it every day. They don't hide nothing. What informant you talking about? There's nothing to inform. They just act. And it's time you stop doing that. You know what it is for that mother? That you take a gun and you kill a son, or you kill other people's sons. When are you going to stop? People then come here, some of them, because they are afraid. I commend all of these people that are sitting here. They are courageous, like Joshua. The Bible told us that we must stand up and be courageous. My brothers and sisters are in this neighborhood. I love this neighborhood. I live here. These houses were beautifully made to upgrade the quality of life for our African people here. We build nice things. They build nice doors and everything nice and pretty. Oh, they had a nice gated community. Everything was fine and nice looking. And then something happened. We, African people, destroy this. We destroying it. When you walk around, you start seeing bad word all on the wall. All them walls. The police ain't right. I ain't saying they have good police. All police good enough. I say they have a lot of them good. And they have some that need a whole lot of training and all of that. You understand? But it's both ways. I am so distraught by some of the recent deaths in this neighborhood. And I want to know when these young men will begin looking at themselves. You come out every day in the morning doing what? What you doing? Don't people, I talk to a lot of kids, you know, and I direct them. I carry them to CCP. I make sure that they go into this place, talking to their parents. Parents are responsible. Parents are responsible. Oh yes, you have that too. I respect that. But then you know what to do with that. You put him where he can or she can get some discipline and you let the whole world know. Because that is how it is done. I know those parents who are not to be blamed. And I know those parents who are to be blamed too. Oh, they come and they think that their son must be the leader of the gang. They think that. And they think that is good. Not knowing that that is destroying him. There are a lot of young men that they say in this business, but they have real good sense. Some of them have passes. Some of them can be directed. There is no future in this. When you kill a man, you sin your whole soul. And you have to repent. Why you would do that? I am appealing to everyone. I appeal it. We have some police that do some things, you know, too. When they come and they put people out here, the HBC, they stay in the background there and tell them, listen, when we go on, you're going back in. We know the things that they do. And we say, why you do that? Why you want to do that? Why would any young man want to threaten hard-working people in this neighborhood? They're decent people living here, you know. They all work hard. This place should have been a rent-to-own cooperative so that black people will have something. You're supposed to have something. It was supposed to be all over this neighborhood where we live in like decent, respectable people, where everybody don't have money all the time. And we have to know about ways to cut and contrive. When you don't have money, you don't have to feel you have to go down the road and rob somebody to buy a beer. We do it out. We cut and we contrive and we make do. I'm just asking all these young men in this neighborhood to take a look at yourself. Check yourself out. Is this what you want to do? Go and kill people? No, don't do that. Don't do it. Doesn't pay. I'm telling you, I'm 72 years old, and I'm telling you, it don't pay. I'm asking you, because I love you. I love all of them. What? Check yourself out. Change your ways. Stand up. And you can do it if you call on God and Jesus Christ. Thank you.
The ugly truth, the ugly truth.
Speaker? Okay, so where it pertains to basketball, my community, Beaton Estate, used to come over here a lot. In the center, they have to play, to compete in indoor basketball. So I'm very familiar with the area. I know two of the people in this particular housing development. However, I have listened, and coming from Beaton, the challenge is no different. I don't think it is no different in Shogunas or any other part of Trinidad and Tobago, whereas crime is concerned. But I've listened to everyone, and I'm asking myself, are we really listening to ourselves? And the very same reaction that we have as a people towards crime is the same reaction we have towards politics. We tend to see ourselves out of the picture. We see the politicians alone, and we see the police alone. And that is what I sense from here as well. This is our community. The Archbishop said it. This is our community. Why do we want the police to fix it? The police responsibility and the police role is to protect and serve. But whereas our social conditions are concerned, for instance, crime, why has crime reached a level where we can no longer walk 100 meters from where we live so that we can have a sporting event, or as the gentleman said here, that they could set up some kind of camp for the young people in the community? I don't see that. I don't see that as being placed on the shoulder or the burden of the police. I see that as us fixing us. Something is terribly wrong and we have to admit it. As Ms. Smith said, we are killing each other. We are self-inflicting our own selves, and we expect the politicians and we expect the police to fix that for us. That is highly impossible. In growing up as a young child, one of the things I always tell people I pride myself in is doing what is right. One thing I pride myself in is trying to live within the laws. The problem, as far as I see it, and I stand to be corrected, or I don't have to be supported, but the problem I see is that whereas when I was growing up as a child, the community was more loving and the community was more together and we looked out for each other and there was harmony and there was diversity and there was all the nice things that you can think about for us to develop us as a people and to make us great as a community. All of that has gone, it has disappeared. And that is the problem. The problem is not the police. The problem is that we have moved away from the things that made us good as a people and as a community. We are now listening and we are now encouraging our young people to listen to music that the great women that are saying let's conduct one another in the street. A boy will get a bullet in the head if a boy don't do this and if a boy don't do that. And boy go shot and it's only killing. Come on, how do we expect the police? How do we expect the politician to fix that? We have to fix me. It is an internal problem and it is an internal solution that is going to fix it. I know for a fact that there are a lot of resourceful people in this community. There is one sitting down right here, Mr. Morgan. There is the other gentleman who spoke about the Riverside car park business. And there is a number of resourceful and talented. Let me tell you something. These parks, St. Paul Street, John, Clifton, these parks, some of the most talented people came out of these areas. Beaton and all those areas where you have. But the people can no longer move around. They cannot engage in activities no more because of the crime situation, so that we can enhance and develop sportsmen and cultural people within our community. That is not the police. That is us, and we have to admit it. Let us stop only casting blame. Let us start looking at us and asking ourselves why it reached this way. Why it is a person have to fall out with another person, and then when we all go to sleep and we wake up the next morning, we hear shots in the night. And when we think it's because that argument ended up with somebody dead by the side of the road. No. That is wrong, it is unacceptable, and I am saying it is really sad. I love my people, and I don't know. I'm always ready and available to want to be part of whatever solution. But I am saying now, the police might not be the best. And finally, let me say this about the police. Another thing that I'm very disturbed about in this country. When police come in our community, and we know very well that our community, a minority of people within the community, is causing a lot of problems for all of us. But when the police comes, the majority of us who are suffering by the hands of the minority, we team up with the minority to attack the police. And there is this new wave taking place throughout Trinidad and Tobago, in all communities, where you are seeing the citizens fighting with the police and defending the minority that is causing all the problems for us and our children in the community. So when we are talking, we have to look in the mirror and we have to ask ourselves the question, what is our role as a community in causing the crime to where the crime is today? That is my contribution. Thanks very much.
The ugly truth.
A mouthful. A lot has been said by the contributors. I will focus on one or two areas and hand the mic over to my colleagues. In terms of the gentleman who said that he don't believe that we are involved in the partnership, two of the contributors this afternoon would show definitely that we are partnering with the public because they are part of the state-owned council in Besson Street. And in times gone by, the civilian couldn't come into the station and make a contribution as how the district or the community is run. Now it can be done through the station council. So that is a plus for us in terms of policing in partnering with the public. And I hope that those who don't believe that it can happen, yes, it can happen, and we welcome each or any one of you all who is desirous of being part of the station council to come to the station when we have the station council meeting and make your contribution as to how your community is being run, and we will certainly take whatever you would have said to heart and deal with the situation. I'm certain the persons who are members of the station council can attest to that. One of the things we try not to do is the fact that the person in charge of the station council, as strange as it may be, is not the police officer. It's the person in the community. We try that aspect. So I encourage the gentleman who said it cannot be done to be part of the station council. In terms of the fact that he also said that in times gone by he kept whatever camp at the Riverside Plaza, it's difficult to contribute on that because it's not an easy thing to come into a police compound and keep some kind of event unless permission is granted by the commissioner. You said that you applied to the commissioner. I don't know, but it's, we can check on it to see whatever, first of all, if he got the letter, and secondly, whatever decision he would have made. So certainly, I will look at it in the days that come. Before you leave, you can speak with us, and we can get some more details to treat with it. In terms of those, and persons kept saying that each or some one of us would have lost someone in the community. It's saddened that we can have such a situation, and we in the police service is not something we advocate and it's not something we want, and we will investigate all murders in Trinidad and Tobago. We never close a murder, and whenever we get the information, we'll treat with it. I'll hand over the mic to those who want to make contributions.
All the contributors thus far, your contribution was very thought-provoking. Ms. Dule, I just recognize with the glasses off. Thank you for always supporting us in our endeavors. Same to Ms. Glenda Smith, I always look forward to your contribution tonight. I picked up the degree of passion is frustration, because you go from meeting to meeting and realize it's the same thing or the same mindset we are dealing with. And I want to applaud you for the big effort you're making to the members of your community. First of all, Senator has done good for you. Congratulations on that. But to stand here and speak like that to all these people who are listening, it takes a lot of strength of character. I really, really, really want to tell you how much I appreciate that, because sometimes that is what people need to hear. Raw communication. They need to hear that. And I have a way I say, we run no bakery, so we ain't sugarcoating nothing. Call it. And I understand when you said, you parent, when you interjected and said, sometimes, and I know that too. The school I come from, they say, make children here, make their mind. And despite the best efforts, they go astray. It's very hard for a parent.
I make sure my only go astray, and I'm a single parent.
That's what we do. That's what we do. And that's important for the listeners to understand. They come, and you're right. And we agreed. But I just want you all to know, Ms. Smith, keep on championing the cause that life is valuable. You have some very solid points and you're in the correct place to make those points be heard. You know what struck me especially? I always say that, look at the community, look at the walls, we have to cover it up. What are the children seeing? What are the children are exposed to? You know when that van park up there? So the viewers will see what's on that wall. This is your community. And Mr. will tell you about some neighborhoods that will allow black people to enter. They're not going to do the same thing on the wall. So they wouldn't bring them. And if you don't want that, Ms. Smith, keep up the work in the community. Thank you for being a member of our council. Because you can bring the issues to the fore that's happening in your neighborhood. And that is the link, that is the bridge, the community and the police. So, Mr. Timothy, Mr. ACP addressed your issue, and I have not seen any letter. I don't know where it went. I would advise you, we have the ACP is in that building, so you can, instead of saying wherever it's going, I don't know where it's ending up, you can bring it, and we can now forward to the commissioner with a suggestion. Okay, let's try again then, because the area is available, and we want to be part of the community. Our offices are based in Riverside Plaza, so it will be happening to see the kids interacting with us, right? Okay, so let's try again with the application. All right. I miss the young man. Yes, sir. Again, you understand what we're dealing with. The guns really not made anywhere here. Nowhere here. And we have had so many. I was talking. Whoever look at the show. When we look at the amount of retrieval of illegal firearms, right, for last year we had 1,064. This year so far we crossed 500 already. But when we look at the correlation between the retrieval or the removal of the illegal guns and the amount of murders, we not that we're frustrated, but we're doing what we have to do. We're removing the guns, but the murders are stopping. Where is the determination by the people to continue with this mayhem? What happened to the good old reasoning? What happened to the good old mediation? Why are we picking up so much of bodies? Why? Okay, yeah, we know that, and we're looking for them every day. We're sniffing the guns. But I don't think that's the way to go, sir. That's not the way to go. I urge the communities to do more for yourselves and for the children who didn't ask to come here but are here, and they need a fair chance to grow in a proper environment. They have proper housing. So you live in a shanty. You have a nice house. We say the shanty behavior, shanty town behavior. What's up with that? What about that? Here it is, they have courtyard, they have speak before you look some nice things, people learn something on the wall. Look at the wall. So you want us now, the police to come here and what? Clean that wall up? We paint that wall in Belmont.
This has been the Ugly Truth Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to our social media pages.